Injured reserve, he took to Twitter to wish the team good luck tonight, saying, quote, "In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Go get after him, fellas." All right, let's welcome in Mike Giardi, who is at the game today. There's no escaping the fact that Cam Newton has been struggling, Mike G. Have you noticed a change in Cam's demeanor?
Well, MJ, it's a really good point because there's been a lot of could've, would've, and should'ves from the New England Patriots, including from Bill Belichick, Terrence Brooks, who said that exact phrase, and Cam Newton, who said the New England Patriots could very easily be 5-2 instead of 2-5 were it not for a play here and a play there. And he said, if you're going to look at us and say our confidence is shot, you're looking at the wrong place. Well, to a Patriots fans' ears, that's good news because Cam has not had that same type of swagger since coming back from COVID-19 and missing nearly 2 weeks, and of course, the one game against the Kansas City Chiefs. He had been thinking and talking about how he's overthinking everything and maybe he wasn't reacting like he needed to. Well, he said, I don't want to hear any more about that now. He said, that's overblown. Even though he was the one who brought it up, he said, it really comes down to me just being a little bit more precise with my reads, taking better care of the football, and just being better all around. He said, no rest for the weary. I'm going to work hard to get this fixed, and they feel like there's a really good opportunity tonight against the New York Jets.
If there was ever a time for him to get back on track, it is this game. It is tonight. Mike Giardi, thanks. All right, let's take a recap of our Monday night pick standings here on Total Access. I'm holding on to my lead at 8-1, but just barely because Mooch and Willie are right behind me at 7-2. David Carr, we need to pick it up, my friend. You're 5-4. So let's pick the final game of Week 9. Willie, I'm going to start with you. Who you got? Pass or Jets?
I'm going to go with the Patriots. I think that they just have a little bit more. I know they got guys injured, and they don't have a lot of guys on the football field, but it's time to get back on track. This is a division game. These teams hate each other. It's bad blood. It's the Jets, so they're going to get up and play at a high level for this game.
MJ, I removed my chest from the decision-making process 2 weeks ago, and I'm on a 2-game win streak, just for your information. So I'm going to do that again.
Okay.
Purely rational, okay? And we're going to go New England Patriots 28-14 to get back well above 500.
Okay, well, that's a good call there, David. You know, I'm going to go with the Patriots as well. Willie takes them because he's a homer. He takes them all the time, you know. I'm going to say 31-17. You know, the Jets are fighting. And when these professionals are discouraged, they're winless, they're going to fight. They're going to make a game of this best way they can. But Cam, with, you know, the Patriots 4 losses in a row, and that doesn't happen. And I go back to their last game. They almost beat the Buffalo Bills, who are 7-2. Really should have won that game. The Bills are a heck of a team, and then the fumble kept them from winning that game. So I think they're going to regroup and get refocused, and Cam's going to have a big night, and the Patriots will win this game 31-17.
Hold on, Coach. Don't be trying to say the same score as me. I said 31-16. You're 31-17.
Yeah.
Because I'm nailing scores around the league. I just want to call that out. Don't try to jump on the bandwagon and be right where I'm at. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Since I'm a homer.
Wow. Well, I got to tell David, I'm so sorry that I know you're trying to catch up, but we all got the Patriots this week, so if we all win, we're going to be in the same boat. I have them as well. 36-10, Willie, so I'm not looking at your homework on this one. But
no matter what,
it's a sweep. Let's see what happens tonight. Guys, thank you.
Handoff, Dalvin, jump cut left, 3-2, reaches to the end zone, touchdown!
Chased on the plane, fakes out, Collins gets the first down. What a deceptive move, breaking his ankles. Rookie does it all.
Handoff, Dalvin shakes a tackle at the 25, and the race is on! And he's loose! Touchdown!
Let's take a look at the NFC playoff picture and how that is shaping up. Division leaders right now, the Saints, the Seahawks, Green Bay, and the Eagles. Wild cards would be the Bucs, Cards, and the Rams. In the hunt, the Bears, the Niners, the Vikings, the Lions, the Falcons, and the Panthers. Gentlemen, we have a crisis on our hands. It's an NFL identity crisis. Mooch, Willie, and David, I like consistency, but with some of these NFL teams, you just don't know which version is going to take the field from one week to the next. So let's unpack just a few of them. Mooch, who are the real Minnesota Vikings?
Well, you know, they had a crisis going on early in the season over there in the land of 10,000 lakes. They started off 1-5 with high expectations, but they seem like they're getting their act together. This guy right here, Dalvin Cook, is healthy, and look out because this guy's got over 225 yards of scrimmage, 2 games in a row and 2 rushing touchdowns. When he's healthy, he's as good as they get. And you know what? Kirk Cousins hasn't thrown an interception. It's the run game and the play-action pass game. That's what's getting these guys successful, beating the Packers, beating the Lions. Coming up next is the Bears. And you know what? This team is starting to find their rhythm. They're getting out of that crisis. Gary Kubiak's doing a good job bringing this offense along. Good job, Dalvin Cook. Willie.
Yeah, he is doing a good job. I think, yeah, Mooch, as far as what they're bringing. But I look at another team that has added someone like Jamal Adams and now doesn't have an identity on defense. And I think that's a real issue. And it's also bleeding over into the offensive side of the ball and making Russ press a little bit and have some more turnovers than he normally has. When I look at the Seattle Seahawks, you know, talking to Willie earlier, had a great conversation about that. They're forcing their hand a little bit. They're playing too much man coverage. They're pressuring too much. You know, having Jamal Adams is a luxury, but if you start to do stuff that you're not accustomed to doing, this team forever played cover 3, played zone defense, and knew exactly what they were getting from the opponent, and they were able to combat that by understanding and being in the right place. They blow too many coverages. There's fights on the sidelines, which we've seen before, but this right here is the reason that they're struggling, if you could struggle in the position they're in right now. They got to find themselves on defense. They have enough good players. The pass rush has actually been okay. They can get back on track. They just got to get back to their roots.
And we talk about the Bears, okay? Here's a team, like, I joined the party. I went to Club Dub. I went in there, I had some of the Kool-Aid, and I think it was spiked because when they were 5-1, I was having a great time. And then I looked closely, and I looked at the schedule. Only one of those teams had a winning record. So I was like, all right, well, everybody's starting off a little slow. And I'm like, okay, what's the identity? After they dropped 3 in a row, I'm looking at the offense. They're at the bottom of the league in every single category that matters. Scoring points. Okay, you can't get the ball in the end zone. 3rd downs, you can't convert. Rushing, this is a good rushing team with good backs. Why aren't you running the football? They can't run the football. Passing, we're looking at it now. They're struggling. They got good receivers on the outside. Nick Foles was supposed to be the answer. I don't know if it's the system. I don't know if the system doesn't fit the quarterback. I don't know which system they're going to go with, regardless of who the starter was, but it's not working out. And the defense, it's spilling over to them because they're suffering. This was a defense that was only giving up 19 points. They take the football away. They're top 10 in a lot of categories, but over the last 3-game stretch, they're giving up 24.5 points because they're on the football field. And when you don't have any production on the offensive side of the ball, no matter how good you are as a defense, you start to wear down. So I'm trying to figure out who are the Chicago Bears, especially the last 3 weeks.
All right, Willie, I want to know who the real Buccaneers are because they keep messing up my picks every week. Listen, I'm going to stick with the theory of sort of the patterns that I've seen with them this year. They lost the first game, week 1 against the Saints. Then, boom, won 3 in a row. They lose against the Bears. Boom, win another 3, although that last one before last night's game was just barely a win. But I think it takes a angry and upset Tom Brady to get them to get back rolling. But it shouldn't take that. They shouldn't need a loss to get bolstered again, not with all of the talent that they have on that team. By the way, they still have 3 more games now after this before they even get to their bye week. So they need to figure it out, have some soul searching, and get right with themselves. And they better do it quick because this season is not getting any shorter for them or any less. They have a long stretch before they can even take a little breather there. All right, guys, thanks. And apparently it takes a lot more than just a good stat line to set off the NFL Total Access Baller Alert. Take Patrick Mahomes. Over the past 2 weeks, he's racked up 788 pass yards, 9 touchdowns, and 0 picks. And he didn't make